Welcome to my new podcast, my new math podcast, covering partial quotient division for our first episode, probably only episode, but it's really written or really done for the parents because we learn to divide a different way, and your kids are going to learn to divide the traditional way also. It may not be this year, but it will be certainly next year and beyond. But this is kind of a great way to kind of dip your big toe into the sea of long division. So it's called partial quotient division. You can find a video on Khan Academy as well, probably a lot more professional than what I'm doing. But I want to walk you through the steps so you can amaze them on Thursday when they come home with this homework and you already know how to do it, especially after I told them that you would have no idea what to do and that they were going to amaze you. So let's start by just taking a number like 94, and we're going to divide it by 5. And the 5 looks like an S. You can say that just like all the kids say it. It's okay. And then we're going to just draw a line over to the side. You notice they do it a little bit differently if you look at the Khan Academy video. They write the numbers up at the top, but you're going to get the same place, so it's okay. I think this kind of divides it a little neater, and it makes it a little easier for the kids. And so, all right, I'm going to rewrite that 5 because it's driving me crazy now. There we go. And traditionally what we would do is we'd say, how many groups of 5 can you take of 9? Out of 9, we would write that and write that number at the top, multiply, subtract, and bring down and ask the question again. But this time, instead of looking at 9 by itself, we're going to look at the whole number at 94, and we're going to think of it more like an apple, a delicious red apple. And we don't need to eat the whole apple in one bite. So we're just going to kind of take bites out of the apple, bites of 5 out of the apple. And think about then with 94, what could you multiply by 5 to get you kind of close to 94? I know the first thing I think of is 20, and 20 times 5 is 100, but that's too big. So why don't I just do something I know is smaller, and it's an easy number to work with. I'll just take 10 groups of 5. So 10 times 5 is 50. I'm going to write it down here just the way I would traditionally. I'm going to subtract. I'm going to get 44. Now my apple is down to 44, and I'm going to take another bite, this time out of 44. Well, what times 5 gets me close to 44? That's pretty easy. 8. 8 times 5 is 40. I have 4 as a remainder. 4 is less than 5, so I'm done. So my answer is 18. Remainder 4, and we will talk about how to check it, but we're not going to talk about that on the first day. So it's really a pretty simple way, and it works pretty well. Let's try another one, just one more, and then you can amaze your kids tonight. Let's say it's a bigger number. Let's say it is 221 divided by 9. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, that is not, I don't think, a multiple of 9, so that should be a remainder. Again, I'm not gonna look at 221 and take just how many groups of 9 can I take out of 2. Oh, how many groups of 9 can I take out of 22? I'm gonna look at the whole thing as one apple and say, how many groups of 9 can I take out of 221? I'm gonna stay with my multiples of 10 and 100 to keep things simple. I know that 10 times 9 is 90, but I think I can get even closer. I know 20 times 9. Because 2 times 9 is 18, add a 0 is 180, so why don't I do 20? 20 times 9 is 180. I'm already pretty close to that. 141. And the great thing about this is it doesn't really matter how big the bite is. I mean, the smaller the bites I take, the more bites I've got to take, but I can still use smaller numbers if that works better for me. And so now I'm looking at 141. Well, I know 2 times 14. So 2 times 7 is 14. So 2 times 70 would be 140. Oh, I'm doing 9. Why am I looking at 2? Sorry, I was looking at the 2 and 20. I'm going to take bites of 9 from my 141, and I'm just going to keep it real simple, and I'm just going to do 10. And I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to get 51. And there's that S again. And I'm going to take bites of 9 out of 51. Well, I know 5 times 9 is 45. One problem with this, just like with long division, is I need to have a lot of room to work underneath it. I seemingly forgot that, so I may get close to running out of room. And then another problem is, just like with division, we need to know those math facts, and that's why knowing our multiplication is just so important. 51 minus 45 is 6. 6 is less than 9, so we're done. So our answer is 35 with a remainder of 6. And so that's how we do partial quotient division. You can also look up partial quotient division on Khan Academy if you'd like a little more professional presentation. But I just wanted you to be able to amaze your kids and understand what we're doing. And you can share this with them as well, just to kind of review what we've done in class on Thursday and Friday. Thanks, guys. Bye.